Let's talk about Harry. His visit here in September is still making headlines. We know historically that Harry has been in and out of court, Bronte, and he's been trying to get taxpayer-funded 24-hour police security, which was removed when he stepped down as a working royal. But we've heard this week, I run a story and the Telegraph have run a story about this alleged stalker that has got within a couple of feet on 2 occasions when Harry was over here for his charity events. Tell us a little bit about this. Do you think that this helps his cause for Home Office security, or is it just the crazed fan that the celebrities often get?
It adds a real humanity to the situation, because before we're talking about, legal aspects, and you're talking about the court case, and I do believe, despite what Harry said, it has gone through the courts and he's appealed. He had the right of appeal, and it was turned down by the judge. In this case, though, we are learning that there is a person now, as you say, who's a fixated individual who came within a few feet of him, and suddenly this hypothetical threat it's a real one. You're putting a real situation to it. And I suppose it's very easy to speak about the technicalities and the legalities of how this has all played out, in that he now has that, which he's very unhappy about, bespoke arrangement as opposed to automatic protection, police protection. But I've just put myself in the same shoes, and I think, well, if it was myself and my family, suddenly having known that someone was able to get that close to him twice within a couple of days, suddenly it becomes very real. And I think no matter what you think about Harry, and I certainly understand the criticisms, and I also certainly understand that idea of, well, he's left the royal family, and so, that's part of the package of being a royal, is you get that automatic protection. On the flip side, I say, well, he was born into it. It was something that, the royals, there's only a handful of them, and he was born into it. I think it all went through the courts fairly, but now, I suppose for me and for other people, I would imagine too, it becomes a lot more real. It becomes a lot more of a real threat, and you sort of feel Harry's fears a little bit more. That's my take on it. I guess the point is, if she's able to get that close, and now we know she could get that close, who else can? But also, I think the difficulty with Harry that we're always going to find with these issues, as you've just said, there's no perfect answer, because it is such a unique situation. I don't know what the answer is, to be honest. I'm just saying, as a person, I'm thinking I can understand the fear of that he probably feels now, which is that she was able to get this close, who else can? I don't know, but there's no perfect answer, because he is sort of a unique royal in that sense now because of what's happened.
Taxpayer-funded security is for service and not for celebrity, and Harry needs to wrap his head around that. I mean, that's the reality of it. I think, when he goes off to war zones like Ukraine, when he sends Meghan goes out into Paris. I mean, I was watching all those videos on the weekend. She was in some very public spaces, sort of just walking along the street. I mean, that's just a couple hundred kilometres from the UK. So I'm wondering where the security issue is there. Does she feel safe there? Does she feel unsafe? She didn't look like she had a barricade of security guards around her.